What up? So today we got some Final Fantasy 14. Um, yeah, I named it the way I did because I know that people are down on Lamat. Like I've stated, maybe not on stream, but like in Discord and stuff. She's not my favorite character or anything, but she's perfectly fine. Not, she's not something that people need to do with. There we go. All right, but yeah, let's get this started. I'm gonna jump right into the MSQ. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the tribal quests, because on one hand, like I want to do them. I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna start them. Maybe today. We'll see what happens, but maybe I'll start them today, depending on how long MSQ is. And because if I'm remembering correctly, I tended to get about one piece of story per thing. What? Why is this not capturing? Is I don't stream Final Fantasy all the time or anything, but I definitely stream it a lot more than other games that are on here above. Oh no, I have problems. Oh, 7 capturing. No. Oh no. kind of forgot that I did this for. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with windowed mode for now, I guess. I don't know what's wrong. Floral snakehead. I'm just sending them on this one. Just I don't know. Like you can like micromanage it or whatever and send them out for like the hour ones while you're playing and blah 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 blah. But I'm like, you know, I'm not wanting to do. I'm just gonna send them out so they can get their experience by tomorrow. In a way, it's good because then if I need those for whatever reason, I can just go get them. All right. Or mini. All right. Let us go do MSQ. I need to go buy some hot chocolate. It is a pleasure as always. Have you been able to relax lately? Know it. Wonderful. As busy as you have been, rite of succession among other things, you deserve an opportunity to experience Tula Yolal at a more leisurely pace. Sampling the tacos of Valav Tai is one such way to do so. They're made the traditional way laden with fillings and are absolutely sublime. You have an empty stomach. The owner, Rook Evu, will look after you. Wait. We already know him though, don't we? What is that? Oh. a character in all black, I must. Well, if it isn't Haruhi, alone today, are you? I see. If you have a hankering for tacos, then they're on the house. Consider it a token of gratitude for your help tracking down those treasures. Wait. Go ahead and find a table. I'll bring you your meal as soon as it's ready. Wait, does that change if you didn't do those? I did all of them too, right? Ghost? I want that. Where do I get that at? Nothing will replace Reed as my minion. Yeah. Mouse cursor. Still love tacos, I hope. You ate so many when you turned 5, you could barely move afterwards. Remember that? My hat is too big. No, not really. That was 30 years ago for me. Oh, is this somebody from Alexandria? Wait, that whole place is called Alexandria, right? Heritage found? I think that's what it was. Right, sorry, it's still strange for me. Just the other day, you were a little boy clinging to your mother's skirt as you set off for Yasulani. Now you're a man grown with a face full of hair. That would be so weird. Oh wow, even so, I knew you were my son the instant I saw you. We're still family and you can always rely on me. It was like the only thing I'm doing right now. You and everyone else. I can't even start a fire without assistance at my need. What? An electrode. If I needed fire, all I had to do was press a button. Everything was at our fingertips. Oh. How can... Okay, so he's a chef, but he can't start an oven. My wife and children. I was thinking I'd have them join me. Wait. Did the time displacement stop? Like, is time not going faster over there still? They're your family, then they're mine too. I'll do whatever's necessary to make it work. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to overhear, but it seems you're having trouble readjusting to life in Tuliolal. Balwok Lamat? To aid folk like yourself, we've established a support group at the Wing of Reflection. There, you can learn the skills you need to live outside the dome. Well, that's nice. But I'm hopeful they can make things easy. That's exactly what I need. I'll definitely seek this group out, and I'll bring my family with me next. Thank you. Oh, look who it is. I was just about to go and find you. You don't mind the company, I hope. I could use a bite to eat myself. Ah, the tacos here never disappoint. So, what have you been up to lately? I've been exploring Tyrol with my trusty alpaca. I've been catching up on sleep. I've been working to recover some stolen artifacts. I've been making a name for myself at the Arcadian. It's either the bottom two for me. I liked the like side quest thing. I'll go with the Arcadian. That was pretty much what I'm enjoying, the Arcadian stuff. Fighting in the arena in Alexandria? By facing off against tough opponents, I'd wager you've honed your skills even further. As for myself, I'm being kept busy with duties at the palace, but whenever I find a moment, I like to walk the streets and talk to the people. That way, I can better understand the problems they have, and share them with Kona to figure out solutions. I was on one such walk just now, and as I mentioned, I was hoping to find you. Dawn servants, do you have time to come to the palace? Because I have to run up the stairs and stuff, it might have been faster to just go that way. Maybe even go like upstairs or something. Check these stairs. Okay, yeah, there's literally stairs just going up here. That's the way. What is that? It seems Kona's gone somewhere. Sorry. Mistress Haruhi, it is an honor. It is always an honor Balcona has stepped away to attend to a pressing matter, but he should join you within before long. What up, buddies? I don't care what anybody says. I still ship Alice and Graha. What is that earring? That's okay. Oh, you're all here too. Balcona summoned us, though if truth be told, Alphino and I have been seeing him quite regularly. He asked us to share our knowledge of Honish culture, you see, in hopes of further strengthening your alliance. We were of course happy to oblige him. Kyle and I were likewise summoned. Otherwise, we've been carrying on with our work, compiling information on the Golden City. My grandfather embarked on his investigation 20 years ago. Or we shall finish what he started. Lest you wonder, Thancred and Urianger have left to resume their tour of Tural. Y'shtola, meanwhile, is back to researching cross-rift travel. She was here just a few days ago to get Kona's permission to investigate living... Oh, okay, that makes sense. By the way, she mentioned wanting to take a look at the key and you're keeping it. If the look she had in her eyes was any indication, I suggest you brace yourself for when she comes calling. You're like to be stuck with her for a while. I mean, okay, I guess some people would mind that, but everybody's gonna be okay with that. As for Justinian, we know neither where he is, nor what he is doing. Some things never change. There he is. I will say the community, Final Fantasy XIV community, has come up with lots of funny names for Kona. My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. We took advantage of the time to catch up. So what can we do for you? Hopefully present company is enough for whatever it is you need. The matter for which I have summoned you pertains to Alexandria. A state funeral will soon be held in Solution 9 to mourn the passing of Queen Sphene. King Gululja and his administration have invited us to attend. While certain issues remain unresolved between our nations, such as the treatment of Yasulani, I see no reason not to attend. Yeah, so like, I understand that they're there. That whole area is like there, how it is, but can they even just leave? For generations, the Alexandrians lived without even the awareness of death. I wouldn't have expected them to have funeral rites still. Apparently, the members of Oblivion unearthed records of ceremonies that were conducted in the Alexandria of old. It was they who put forth the proposal that the queen be thus honored. Leave it to that lot to think of such things. The people of Alexandria no longer forget the departed. They're being confronted with the idea of death for the first time. I suspect our friends wanted to do so. Though Sphene was but a simulacrum, She was nonetheless a pillar for her people. The pain of her passing must. They really did adore her. I really liked Sphene. A funeral will give Alexandrians the chance to come together to express their grief. They might overcome it. I wasn't sure at first, but I've decided to go. Not only to be there for Gululja, but to put this chapter behind us. That I requested your presence was none other than to see if you wished to attend the funeral. You knew Sphene as well after. I'll go with the middle option. We made our choices and are responsible for what comes of them. Vow I'll attend the funeral in an official capacity. I owe it to the Alexandrian people to bear witness to their. I'd like it if you could be there to watch over everything, like you did all through the rite of succession. I feel the rest of us should go too. Regardless of the reason, the fact remains that we deprived Alexandria of a beloved ruler. It's only right that we remember who Sphene was, to her people and to others. Let us stand with you. And it's decided. Let's head to Solution 9 and look for Gululja in the back room. That is a cool looking thingamathingy. Title screen, there we go. Up Kona. So, my question would be, if you were Kona and Lamat, you know, what would you do here? Because I can't see them wanting to like get rid of the throne. Maybe put it like right here. Put one chair right here and one throne right here. And then put another throne right here. That's what I would do. Why am I running? I can like... What is that little... Oh. Previous location. We're just listening to this cerulean smoke. Get out of here, Sunbeard. Got time for your nonsense. That's enough of that. We're already half hour in and I'm still like on the first thingy. Oh, it's been a while since I've been here. We were able to find data on forgotten funeral customs amidst old records. It appears to have been preserved by those who rued the loss of culture due to the proliferation of regulators. We're grateful for their foresight. Where is Aaronville at? Ah, he came for the funeral. Of course, I'm the only one who will officially take part, though. The others will watch over the proceedings. So, how have you been? It's been a while since my last visit. I'm good. Shell is always teaching me new things. Recently, I've learned about Everkeep's systems and the mechanical soldiers. It's knowledge I'll need to use my authority properly. Studious as always, I see. By the way of a treat, I've brought you Gatio chocolat. Kind of cake. I think you'll like it. Thank you, Lamachi. Thank you for coming. I've never been to a funeral before, so I feel less nervous having you. Out of curiosity, what's the custom in Alexander? Our world, it's common to offer flowers to the departed. It's much the same here, according to the record. Flowers will be distributed to all attendees. Considering that all the worlds used to be one, the practice of offering flowers may well share the same ancient origin. Fascinating, you'd say. I forgot about the unending codex. Is that in here? You know, I might do this maybe with Sage. Can I switch to Sage? Oh, this is new though. We will check that out at some point. Key items. No, not key items. Collections. There we go. Bean. I literally haven't looked at anything in here since before, since sometime in first brood. Though I've been in the back room before, there was no time to see the sights. I should like to take a closer look at the equipment. Papa always said he didn't want a somber funeral. We celebrated his life together with our victory. I'm sure he would have loved it. I'd like to think he was watching us from the world beyond, filling his cup every time we filled our own. Well, he's been through too much for one so young. From a group that plotted to undermine a tyrant king from the shadows to one that aids their fellow citizens in the Oblivion has come a long way. To organize and hold the funeral, it speaks to their enduring love for Sphene. She doesn't have like a body, right? While we proposed the funeral, the royal administration took on the brunt of the planning. One of their number can better explain what the ceremony will entail. Flowers are being handed out at Praxis Park. I'm thinking of heading over there now. We'll join you. There's a man I would like to speak with. Gossin. He was apparently Sphene's aide. The one who sent us the invitation. Come on, let's go. Done. Really like these charges. All correspondence is being handled by the Wing of Reflection, so this is my first time speaking. Judging from all the activity, I presume the funeral will be held here. Gossin, given how much time she dedicated. Soul issued. Why, you're Balbook Lamat of Tulolal for extending us an invitation to Queen Sfine's funeral. You're honored, truly. I had seen you before from a distance, but never had the pleasure. I am Gossin, former chief aide to the Queen. Since her passing, I have been responsible for administrating affairs of state. Can we get our flowers here? Yes, Your Majesty. The flowers are being handed out at the counter yonder, alongside the regulator. What? Need to wear regulators for the funeral? Ah, rest assured, they are not a requirement. We're aware your people do not use them. You see, people in the Alexandria of old wore tokens of mourning upon their persons when attending funerals, as such tokens were black. Oh. Important thing is that we remember her and her kindness as you make an offering for flowers. The proceedings will soon begin in this plaza. Please take your place once you have your flower.
Although we are gathered here for the same reason, we hail from different lands. Some were born and raised in the Alexandria of old, while others came to us from Tulolal. It was from this union of diverse peoples that a new Alexandria was born. The only home that our younger generation knows. How did we overcome the barriers between us? What moved us to join hands in common purpose beneath crackling skies? You know the answer. We survived. We thrived because Queen Sfine brought us together. Inspired and encouraged by her boundless kindness, we strove to be better, for ourselves as well as those around us. And in Her Majesty's absence, there is a sadness beyond words. Yet we will remember her. Remember all the good that she has done for us. So let us pray, as the people of the Old Kingdom once did, for the peaceful repose of the departed. And let us keep our beloved Queen forever in our hearts, that her memory might guide us unto the morrow. Would that I could find solace in my own words.
Why do I feel like something bad's gonna happen?
Was Queen Sphene taken to the cloud?
She must have been. To still remember her is strange, isn't it, darling?
I miss her. She would always cheer me up when I was down. But even though I remember her, I'll never see her again. That doesn't make sense.
It seems that's what it means to die, I'm afraid.
But what will happen to us? Are we just going to be sad forever?
What will happen indeed? Everything that we have, we owe to Queen Sphene. How are we to go on without her?
I still remember Her Majesty so clearly. If only I didn't, I might feel better about the future of our realm.
Perhaps we should also consider moving to Tuliolo. The journey won't be easy, but it'd be better than staying here in uncertainty.
In times like these, I take comfort in the beliefs of a Turali people called the Yokui. To them, death isn't the end. So long as we're remembered, we never truly die. It could be the same for Queen Sphene, you know? If you keep her alive in your hearts, she'll always be with you.
But we still won't be able to see her, right? I don't want to think about that. I wish I could just forget instead of having to feel like this.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. Please, mourn your queen however you see fit. As expected, they struggle to come to terms with their loss. I hope they can find a way to move forward.
It's not only grief that weighs on them, but worry for the future. Bereft of their queen, how will they proceed?
True. But with that at least, we're not powerless to help. What is it, Guloja?
I was wondering, is it better to remember or forget someone when they're dead?
I remember my father, and every time I think of him, it hurts. It's the same with Queen Sphene. Knowing that she's gone makes me feel sad. But it's different with my mother. I never knew her, so I don't feel as bad. I want to remember my father, but maybe I'd be better off forgetting him.
Gluja.
Why don't we continue this somewhere else?
Uh-oh. Something happening? I'm thinking something's gonna happen. Because just... You know, it's a whole society's way of life that got changed. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Again, I forgot about laundry. But I should be able to go rest of stream without having to mess with it. Oh, okay. Gotta do here. Back. We're ready to go. Wait. This. Because it's a way of it's their way of life. And Gulul Jaw, like, don't be sorry, because that's literally how most people feel whenever you lose somebody. Interesting. Died. I think that's the first question, is do you want to know? Because like even if his answer was that he didn't want to, like that's just now. He could always change his mind. But since he wants to, then, you know, go try. Then I'll help you. Came here not only for the funeral, but to see whether all was well in Alexandria. We're not about to leave yet. Besides, in seeking to learn about your mother, we're bound to learn about your father as well. By retracing the steps of this man who kept his own counsel, we may gain knowledge that can serve the people of Alexandria. To a Gulul's desire for I might found my own father's actions. I'm still pretty annoyed at Fortuno, but whatever. Make inquiries outside in the outskirts. The rest of us will do the same in Solution 9. Dun, 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 dun. Where is? I feel like they adjusted how much tilt your vehicle has, because I remember flying in a straight line and going like left and right. It would like really rock side. I've never heard of a Mulja woman living in these parts, much less one connected to. Might have better luck talking to the people over at Nawatan settlement to the north of Everkeep, a place called Yue. You're looking for a Mamulja woman? Oh, Gululja's mother. I can't help you there, I'm afraid. I only know a little about Zerulja, and then only what my father told me. He said that before the dome cut us off from the outside world, the Tural Vidral had appeared and was terrorizing them. In response, Zerulja assembled a party of warriors, and with them confronted it and felled the beast. It was interesting to hear of the king's feat in the past. Jaw woman? Their people have never been a common sight around. Why, the last time I saw one would have been before the dome came down over our heads. She was among an entourage of Landsguard that was dispatched. I assume they all returned to Tuliolal after their mission. But if any remained, I suppose they could have been trapped in here with the rest. had no idea how he spent most of his time, yet therein lies the... We actually need Tataru here. Tataru is way too good at getting information. Let's combine all of our findings, conclusions. So Zeralja brought a retinue of Landsguard to Yahisulani, among whom was a female Mamolja. His mission was to rid the region of a Taravidral, and I believe it's safe to say that that was the crisis in Yawata he resolved. If some of his troops stuck around for a time, perhaps to assist the villagers with recovery efforts, and they could have indeed gotten trapped in the dome. We also heard stories about the settlement in Yawata. People lived there until nearly a decade ago, and Zeralja made regular visits. Yeah, okay. That happens. Regular visits happen, and then Gululja. If he required secrecy, a location home to his most loyal followers would be ideal. And if this Mamulja woman had remained there, they would have had occasion to come in contact. I see. But what could Zeralja have been doing in that village? In order to retrace Zeralja's steps, Raha and I spoke with the researcher who worked at Orogenics. He said that, approximately 20 years ago, a number of his colleagues were transferred to a research facility outside Everkeep, per the King's direct order. This is the first I've heard of such a facility. Only Vanguard was believed to have been under the King's jurisdiction. It was apparently being used to develop a new kind of weapon, but I'm afraid that was all we could learn. It's plenty to go on. Even if the work there was classified, any materials and equipment needed would have been manufactured within Everkeep. So if we look into transportation record, the routes are full of detours and attempts of obfuscation, but large deliveries were being made to Yawata, far too large for a mere village. There hasn't been any activity for years, though. It's likely the facility has been decommissioned. Oh, is he gonna have a mom, or is he gonna be a test tube baby? Because that is always a possibility. Is amazing. Even though no one remembers her, you managed to figure out all of this out. Each piece of the puzzle may reveal little on its own, but when you put several together, a picture begins to form. Even should memories fade, footprints remain to mark the path of those who walked before. You know what? A lesson I learned in another life. I feel like with the Scions here and Lamat too, I feel like Gululja is going to be a really decent this time I want you to come along, Gulul. Yawata is on the other side of the lake. To get there, you'll need to take a hover cargo from the drift downs. All right, thank you, Shell. Looks like an RGB stove. A gaming stove, if you will. Where am I at? And just to make, I finished all the shared fates here. I literally only have the last. It takes a little while, to be honest. While the researcher we spoke with remembered that he had colleagues, he couldn't recall details about any specific individual, not their names nor what they were like. Someone would have noticed as Rolja traveled from the drift downs. I expect he utilized a finding. Weapons developed in secret with the aid of devoted followers. Nothing good will have come of this. Settlement in the outskirts that was originally Tonawatan as well, yes? Wonder if Yawata is... We've seen how much has changed for the part of Yasulani that's on this side of the dome. I wonder what it's like on the other. So the hover cargo will take us across the lake. I've never been over there. It's still inside the dome, so I don't expect it'll be too different from it. We'll likely encounter dangerous beasts, so the rest of us will go first. You follow when it's safe to do so, alright? Alright, be careful, everyone. He's a good kid. Oh, this is the first dungeon? Or not the first dungeon, but this is the dungeon already? You know what? I don't know if this is something any, but I really, or what is this? What is this called? So this is duty support. So I don't like that you just leave people behind. I feel like they should just make it so that whoever is involved in the story, they should just all come. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, new dungeon. Huh. This place is big. I really like the aesthetic. Feels like it feels like a dead forest in like a horror game or something. All right, so oh, I like seeing what they say. It's gonna be behind me. He's following. Man, I love holy way too much. I like lightning rocks. Have shield someplace. Oh, I knew that. I knew what that skill was. Oh no, what are the bosses gonna be like? What is this thing? Why have those things on its chin? That's a lot of lightning. It's a lot of lightning. Even Wicked Thunder didn't give that much lightning. Easy win. Look him up. Ooh. I kind of don't like that. You know what this makes me think of? This makes me think of the stupid Imperial. I don't think they're officers, but they're ones like on the starships in Star Wars. They have these stupid hats. A little visor like covers their eyes, and it looks so dumb. I don't like it. Oh well, what was that for? That's just a something to give me more thingies. Company issue token thingamathings. Tokens? Seals, companies. His Majesty's Royal is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body. Safety and ethical concerns have ensured that no earnest attempts have been made to date. The Arb King believes that there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man. So he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. So this is interesting because I did think that I did think that it was already in place when he got there. I didn't know that he started the beast thing. Okay, the next time we can do a double pull, I think I will. Bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, feral soul can induce psychological instability. Too many such souls can lead to patience. Interesting. Oh. honestly was not expecting these dudes to get up. What turned them into zombies though? That's what I'm curious about.
Try this!
I'm not entirely sure if that was like faster or not. It's definitely more intense. Rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed due to experimented with fiends of great power. Mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably and he lost all capacity for rational thought. While the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Tural Vidral, I struggle to see a path forward. An alternative approach must be considered. Little Jaw, please be careful. Like, you can see, like, that door is still closed. You never know what things are gonna pop out of thingies. And if the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we were to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories? We stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. Oh no, that does not seem like a great honor, but okay. Earrings. They look like little fans, to be honest. Oh, I'm still... I'm not entirely sure where the Neo Kingdom stuff comes from. Is that the... What is this? Psycho Mantis. That is not a big area. Oops, I did that. Oh no! Oh my god, that was... Ooh, people are gonna have a lot of trouble with that. I feel like a lot of people have trouble with the hand thingy just normally. So that is going to be interesting. Yeah. Again. Oh no. This is kind of an annoying boss. Normally in dungeons, the first boss is very annoying, and then like the second boss is kind of has like some annoying things. But this boss is kind of the annoying boss. Let's see what the final boss is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. Oh. What did I even get? Ooh, some boots. Ooh, those are nice boots. I like those. Those are going into the actually those might be worn when I get monk and samurai up to level 100. What are they at right now? 99, I think. Yeah, so they're almost there. Almost able to wear them. So far I don't like the hat for aiming. Ooh. Ali say you like literally. Sneeze. Yeah, so for like duty support and stuff like this, I think I'm just gonna single pool. Double pulls is a bit too, like, I can handle it. It's just I'm not doing this to be all tense. I do these so that I can kind of go through it. Oops.
You.
That the first? That the first voice dialogue in this dungeon?
I have you now.
Another one. Have they been going the whole time and I just never noticed? Or so they said that the goal was to use the soul of a Turali Vidral, whatever you say that, and yes, I ran next to Lamat because I don't normally I don't use Cure 3, mostly because I don't play like in-game content, so I don't really play content where everybody needs to be bunched up all the time. I generally do casual content like, and so I don't normally use Cure 3, but I wanted to use it. Right? Dash.
Show you.
I noticed for, I don't think it was for White Mage, but for Scholar and Sage, I believe. Is that a rabbit? Oh, it's an evil rabbit. It's probably big. It's probably bigger than I think it is. But when like the storm went away, it was really tiny. Materia. Speaking of materia, I should probably start getting materia into here. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, it is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh no! I knew it. Stupid tremors, stupid graboids. All right, so they hit when they pop up, and then they hit when they dive, and then they hit when they land. That is okay. That was a fast death right there. I wonder if each hit from the tremors causes stacks. Oh, the stacks. What? What? I got hit by that. Vulnerability stack. Okay. Oh, that's the worms. The worms are my downfall. As soon as I took the hit, I took a second hit, and I was like, oh, it's a dot. Go, Lamat. no! Wow, what was that? Oh, what? There are gonna be so many people who just turn around and fall. What? Oh, run faster. Let's run faster. This is a really interesting area. I don't think there's ever been just like a giant hole. Oh, that was a pretty annoying fight. Stupid worms. Ugh. That hole just stays there. Ooh, a coat. Oh, that looks fancy. I don't mind that, actually. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
Is that how you say that word? Bestial?
The Tural Vidral explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidral.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures, but in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
So, you've given him permission?
Teshalja, you will assist Kaniloka. As one of the Land's Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project? Or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tuliolal. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
So she was like his follower before they came here.
Are you all right?
Teishalja. Could she be my mother?
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next, then.
I can only assume that your character did not say the entire thing that they saw, because that'd be kind of mean to Google Ja. Started sinking in just how unsettling. That you should be able to peer into the Tudor Vidral's past. Wonder what that implies for the beast's consciousness while it was sealed away. It seems this Kaniloka was in charge. He was dedicated to his role job because he was letting him do pretty much what he wanted. From what I can tell, her story is she wanted him. Whether it was from before or now, that's what she wanted. You may now enter Ueyawata Field Station with a party of NPC avatars. Blah blah blah. That's the trust. There, so I must. Now that the danger is behind us, I don't think that's wise, but I mean, while we discern to the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces of it that remain might afford us greater insight into what came of it. Take a look around for information as well as away to the upper level. I can stream for like another hour. All right, I think I want to try ordering. So I'll probably end stream, probably like I said, in about an hour, so that I can go try doing, or at least close to now. Like, it doesn't have to be. What up, Galuja? What happened to the people? They all leave, or did we already meet them? They got all that blood. That's not too good. I think that people actually volunteered their souls for success is far from guaranteed. Even in the best case, they would cease to be. Is their devotion to Zoraljah so absolute? I feel like on one hand, there are people who would have volunteered, but then I feel like there's also a lot of people that were forced. Because I don't think Zoraljah really cared either way. I wonder what Becklug would make of this research into transferring souls. You know what? I feel like a lot of people just want like the story to go forward or whatever, but I wouldn't mind an expansion where like world-threatening things happen, and like we build upon our stuff that's already there. Like Shtola is trying to figure out cross-dimension travel, cross-rift travel, and it would be really, I would really like to see Graha be able to go back to the first, because him meeting his people again would be really nice. You know, Thancred going back to be able to see Rin would be good. Shtola, of course, is trying to get back there to see what's his face, and then yeah, like I feel like that needs to be done. I would like an expansion of that. Research is likely moved between the upper and lower levels. You can find a key among their books. It makes me angry to think about what they do. Oh. I was transferred to Yawata Station in order to train the villagers in the use of electrope technology. While a child can quickly learn to operate common contraptions, it will be no easy thing for them to attain the requisite skill to develop new weapons, ones which require no less than the manipulation of souls. Thankfully, 2 of my pupils have demonstrated great aptitude in the field. Kaniloka, the village chief, and Tisholja, a field Chirugan. Further driven by their loyalty to our king, their growth has been remarkable. I dare to hope that, before long, they will be able to carry out their duties without further instruction and may be relieved of my... Search all these stupid... I didn't think that it was going to be in those rooms, but that's why I went there first. Open cabinet. That's where it probably is, but we'll look at this real quick. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others. They wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. It might be my chance. Oh. Soul transferred days ago. I can write good, yes. I am good. Very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit offhand of feeder. Not help it, so strong. Always hungry. Not go eat. I must eat. An eater must eat. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinet. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergency. Big deal. Find a verification key. Perhaps it can be used to open the iron gate. Oh. Dash back to Alice. Or sprint. Sprint back to him. Alice, like, I imagine her character like running around all over the place, and Alice is just like staring at the gate. Raha was over there staring at the wall. Come on, scions of the Seventh Dawn. Seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. Down. Looks like there's one level down. So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valiramanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergency. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. Related to the seal's failure, most. For our blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Gululja's mother. Hopefully there's not a tape about the act, but okay. I can use this terminal. Shell taught me how. Why is that so funny? So much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name to Shalja. Ah, it brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Tishalja, Administrator of Experimental Treatments, Research Logs. That sounds good, doesn't it? Chances are the data is encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let us take it with us to the back room and have Shell analyze it. Agreed. What are we taking? Transfer to the storage device I brought. Okay, they're just... That seems like a lot of data. Back. There, it's finished. So I'm really glad that the lodestone site with the patch notes, it doesn't tell you what these quest names are, but I would very much like a little button right here so I can be like, okay, you can show me the spoilers, you can show me the title of the... I admit the Tural Vidral gave me a fright at first, but then I remembered who felled the mighty Polygarma. It seems safe to say my brother returned to Yawata for the Tural Vidral. He wanted his power, no matter the cost. Glad we could find what we sought in that. Not soon forget our visit to that troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply a resource to be. Now, I do have some questions. About the souls. So like when Namika, when she passed away, was her soul able to get put back into the system that somebody else could use it for when they died? Because she died of old age, so she couldn't use the soul to bring herself back. Not for very long, you know. Then it like would have just been a waste. What happens to the souls once they get used? Because like especially Alice was really down on what they were doing, but they never really explained exactly how everything worked. Because like my soul, if I could take my soul and put it into a container and like somebody else could use it to not die if they have like an accident or something, like I think that's a good use of soul. But what happens after it gets used? The way they were taking the souls wasn't good either, though. Here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its content. First things first, let us deliver the data to Shell. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think about. That's pretty much what I thought about with I don't think I ever talked during the stream. What? I don't think they explained everything about the process that they were doing to be able to like be for or against it completely. Because like Sphene, she it seems like she didn't really want to be taking the souls the way that they did, but she also thought that, you know, necessity. To keep people. From what I can see, things haven't changed much since the people are still listless. It's because they don't know how to deal with it. They haven't had to. May behoove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never after. The data will be in good hands. Having now spent time in these harsh environs, I feel I have a better understanding of how much of a steadying presence Sphene was to me. The Lulja had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. It was Shell who gave me the storage device before we left. He said that we'd probably need it, and we did. Okay, that makes sense why he had it. Welcome back. Galulja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all of which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. You have 10 minutes. Alice and I might take ourselves outside around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. I'll know as soon as I've finished my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Encrypting files isn't the hard part. When the number of digits in a password is unknown, that the long nights begin. I met some members of Bolivian on my way back here. They themselves were returning after having paid their respects to its fiend. I suspect the Alexandrians' plight reminds Alphino and Alice of the Garleans. Little wonder they feel compelled to assist in any way they can. Alice isn't wrong. Food out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. Good reason too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folk who've been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliyola. My brother is doing all he can to see Jacques Tural Railroad restored to operation so that people may come and go more freely. Fortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will be necessary. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shell's working on the data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. Okay. To Shalawani Station then. I'll make sure to keep Kona informed. Dun, 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 dun. Raha and I will keep an eye on things here in your app. I would be astonished if they were able to restore railroad service so quickly. Locomotive was nigh obliterated. Say hello to Kona for me. Can you actually find Alice? Dude, that wind-up Golbez is almost as tall as the Lalafell. Oh, there's a public place. Check that real quick. I go elsewhere. I feel like they're either really close at a public place like this, or they went back to where the funeral was at. I want to go over to the So they're all about the Arcadian. I'm really curious about the arcade stuff. What's going to that? All right, we're gonna go over here. Oh. Okay, they're not here. So they must be this. Welcome, guest of Queen's Resolution, the operational center of Solution 9. Question. Oh. Where am I going? Oh. Is that normal for horns? That's not even an all rise. Operations are still suspended, but we're trying to remain optimistic. Good to see you looking well. Valve resolve. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Turdal. Can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of this. Scratch the on his way. Aaronville got a new outfit? Definitely a lot better than the last one. I think he has enough fangirls to pick that option, so... Did our little Bun Bun finally outgrow his old clothes? I'm gonna do that one. Stop that. As you all know, my previous attire was that of a gleaner. I have chosen a different path. It was time for a change. Good, I'm glad. You're here about the railroad too? It was in part for my sake that the original Dawn Blazer was sacrificed. So I felt it only right that I assist with its replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamat has explained the growing urgency of the need. What have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we're having difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawn Blazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. Now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Mewahitson? That is the Runik. Though the Hitsaro that follow them are none too pleased about their Hitso being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. Device to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But a silent train presents a different danger. Ronik will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them or they'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the routes plotted to avoid the Runik's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd that they're getting so close in the first place. The Runik grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I am not certain why, but I intend to ask the people of Mehwatsun for their insight. Probably not saying that wrong. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter. And I too would hear what the Hitsaro have to say about it. They are the ones most affected after all. Wato? This seems like it's going to be just a lot of traveling. Starting to feel hungry. But it doesn't matter because you can't. Do anything until 11 o'clock evening. As committed as the Hitsaro are to tradition, they are amenable to the unfamiliar, or so I'm told. I think all this can be packed up in a moment's notice to follow wherever the route. This character outfit. Actually, like. Too many of them. Characters with outfits that I like. Our prior visit to the Hitsara was also honorable. Let's pray they do not take us for train enthusiasts. Oh, what? Vow of resolve, a vow of reason, I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Mehwatsun? Thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of the Zaktaral Railroad. Like, at least they're like being considerate to the native peoples being there. Normally, we'd expect the Ronik to keep their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Karyawan and Yatanane. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless, should they continue to move west, we'll follow. As any true Hitsaro would, I suppose. You may have surmised I am of Hitsaro descent. My parents traveled with the Runik as well, so I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, see, during such a migration. One of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle. I am forced to assume. Yes, I remember he said that. I've never heard of the Ronique choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision, nor of any Hitsaro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. Must have been some exceptional circumstance. I cannot say the idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuses for their actions never much appealed. First option. So often the case, you are correct. Though my discomfort with the Hitsaro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds, rather than blind fervor for innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor dawn servant. Please teach me of the Runique, what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind. We would be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. Will you learn of Hitsaro culture with me? I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and my share. It would be useful to know whether I am doing it correctly. Chocobo. Everything is plotting against me. Of course, the bun girl wearing like very little clothes. Started. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do what we do. Hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every effort. Are we gonna have to deal with dung? Droppings, things, whatever you want to call them. Now introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do. Looks true. I may have a thing or two to share. Rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Hetso provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices and soap, to drive away pests and to sustain our fires. What is it? Oh no. Wait. Using medicines, poultices, and soap. Dung. I kind of like all three of these answers. I think I'm gonna go with bone. Oh, you can just do it again. Material is fit for medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and other. Oh, and to flavor food? Tenorians? Seriously, it's dung? You gotta be kidding me. But that is a decent for Dan. Covered myriad uses. Runique chips over time. Food. You know, you can't say much about it though, because people literally make coffee out of poop, so. Fortunately, the runique hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. And like dung is basically just waste, you know, bodily waste. And there's plenty of things that are fermented, like alcohol. A lot of people consume. If you're here, you likely already know that the runique are it. So, guides, travel. We hit sorrow must also part with half of our number. You may think it a strange and stressful custom, but over the years it has seen us visit new lands and broaden our horizons. Huh. I don't show you how to care for a runique. Go ahead and run your fingers through it. Let me know. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should thin it out. I like him. Now, just run it through one little patch at a time. It is a buffalo. It is a huge buffalo. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. Combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. I'm going to go back to that first person I talked to, if she has any more, because dung. Has to be dung. Who's dung? I won't ask that you march across the plains and fill a sack with it. My only part is the food part, food flavoring. The outfit is way too good. Smell of the grass and the wind, which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, or at least an adventurous Tonawata. I have to wonder how Valkona is getting on. I assumed he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. He made a buddy. Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the Ronique and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither at my companion's inclination to force us back to the trail seemed inappropriate. But how is your own work? Have you anything to share? At Sorrow, life revolves around the Ronique, but in turn the people are all that they need. The Ronique are treasured members of this community, important as family. I think I like that one. Indeed, the Ronique provide for the Hitsaru, and in turn the Hitsaru are good to the Ronique, just as family should be. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how a decision might be right does not mean that it is. My parents had a duty to the Ronique, as they did to me, so I wonder if their leaving me behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here in service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where the Hitsaru are concerned. Hitso. Hey, Hitsaru or Hitso. I'm glad to hear that, Valkona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. What do we got here? Done. Alright then, so if I am correct, I am 1, 2, or 5. 5. So I technically have 2 quests left. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go get a pizza. And then I will come back, do a second stream. I will finish off this MSQ. Then maybe I will do Chronicles. Yeah. I'm assuming that that's that. So I will... That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish the main MSQ. Then I'm going to come back and do the Pelu Pelu Allied Society quest. That's what I'm going to do. I want to get that started, that I can start doing those for experience. Because even though most of my jobs don't really need the experience anymore, like I could finish Black Mage, like do like Monk and Samurai. Yeah, I kind of like the outfit. I'm curious to see what the pants look. Bottom. All right then. So that's it for right now. Like I said, I'm gonna do all that stuff when I come back. Just hungry. I set. Prep a new entry. And since I said pizza, like it made me, because I love it. Oh. So that's, like I said, that's it for me right now. I'll be back later, and thanks for watching. If anyone happens to be there, and laters. Maybe I'll try to fix my OBS. Well.